use headphones for best experience. Thanks for your fantastic support. Hi, welcome to another video. I was thinking that I could do some sort of vlog today, vlog video or a ramble video, because I was so inspired by Let's Find Out ASMR. I just watched his latest video, and that was a vlog about vlogs. So he did some rambling about vlogs and ASMR and mukbang genre. It was very interesting, and instead of trying to write a smart comment in a few lines, I just thought it would be interesting to just reply in a video, perhaps, because I was inspired and started to think about a lot of things. So he thinks a lot about ASMR, I guess. The benefits of it and the history and the evolution behind it. And that is so interesting. I think about that a lot too. It's so interesting to try to understand more about this topic. I think about it a lot, and I did my latest ramble video. If you saw that one, it was 1 month ago, or a bit more, from Melbourne, Australia. I recorded a ramble video in which I talked about my experience of tingles, and I can start from there, because after uploading that video I actually realized there were some things that I had. It was too late, but I wanted to include more things. I wanted to say more about that. I realized afterwards, and because one thing I talked about was like a technical thing about ASMR. I mean the ASMR experience. So I described it, how I experience ASMR, like described it as a feeling like 2 spots on the back of the neck, 2 spots very close to each other, so almost one. It feels like it's on one spot, but you can really tell that it's 2 spots, 2 different spots. So, and here I described how I felt ASMR, because I mostly get ASMR in real life, not from videos, but when I watch or hear something, when I'm among other people. But then I realized that this spot on the back of the neck, like I described it in that video, it was from a visual trigger, so there were no audio playing any role in that. So I saw something to me ASMR inducing, and then I felt ASMR here on the back of the neck. But a couple of days later, because then I had started to think about the feeling, how it feels, and where I'm experiencing it. But actually, a couple of days later, I experienced ASMR on two spots like this. So and this was when I was working at an office, and it was a nice office. I liked sitting there. Everyone was quiet. Everyone was concentrating on their work. No one was talking like in the phone or anything. But then two people close to where I was sitting started to talk really quietly about something. They had to talk about this for work, but they like not whispering, but talk very calm voice and low voice and low volume, in respect, I guess, for other people around, sitting concentrating on their work. And also, especially one of them had a voice that was that I enjoy. So this is just personal taste, but it was ASMR inducing to me. But then I realized this was an audio only trigger to me, because I didn't need to stare at them or look at them to experience ASMR, because it was just from the voice. And then I felt it here instead. So I just started to wonder if it could be a difference between visual triggered ASMR and audio triggered ASMR. It was just interesting. And also, I remember from a long time ago, I have felt some kind of ASMR experience, ASMR feeling on the very top of the scalp. And like I said in that ramble video from last month, it was when I tried medicine, antidepressants. Tried that. Now it's a couple of years ago, and then I felt some kind of tingles, or what, I don't know what to call it, but it was on top of the scalp. So, there are like different areas on the scalp, on the back of the scalp. These things are happening. Yeah, I just thought that was interesting. And Rich mentioned in his vlog a lot of interesting thoughts about ASMR. He wondered why is ASMR videos, and especially mukbang, do you pronounce it that way? Mukbang videos, watching someone eating, and and vlogs in general, people being personal about their lives. Why is it so popular? And he discussed this, that humans are interested in other humans, and we want to be close to them, and we want to look at their personal space. We want to be intimate with them, and after listening a while to him discussing this, I realized it's about observing what other individuals do. This is a huge trend on the internet. I mean, people are watching other people doing things, like all the do-it-yourself videos, tutorials, and kids love to watch videos of other kids, for example, or other individuals, like just playing or just doing something, like slime videos. And it's a interesting phenomenon. It's like I guess it's like the feeling that you're almost doing it yourself, but you don't have to do it. You can just watch, and it's maybe that's a bit worrying, and how it develops, this whole thing, that you just tend to watch and not do things anymore. But also I think a lot of kids need this, because I guess in Sweden and many other countries it has happened a lot. I mean the everyday life for kids, like they go to school and then they do a lot of things all week, and there's so much planned, and this is not just kids, this is for all people, I guess, but there's so little time for just doing nothing and just resting, and just rest your brain and your thoughts, and yeah, and just start playing. Like, it would be very natural for a kid to do, like, playing with some toys. Maybe that's also like connected with project today. So then you have, because you start to think in this project-oriented way, like it has to be good for something, perhaps. You have to learn something. Or, yeah. Talking about learning, I think that's also an aspect of ASMR. Oh, what happened here? Like, we observe other people doing things. So if someone is sitting and is being really good at something, like some crafts, sewing, I don't know, cooking, drawing, painting, and this person has done this a lot and is really skilled, then I guess humans like to watch this, especially kids perhaps, or someone just wish they want to learn, and that's how we programmed. Because we learn as we observe, and we're very interesting in other people, what they do, what they can do, what... I should not use this pen anymore. So yeah, I think we're programmed as humans as that we should enjoy observing someone being very concentrated on the task, on skill, because if we are interested, if we maybe feel some ASMR experience of this, then it's more likely that we want to learn this ourselves, and skills we need, perhaps. And when it comes to maps, for example, I like to talk about maps. I have thought about, yeah, maybe you need to navigate in the world, learn how the world looks like to be able to survive. I mean, in the past. So maybe it was a good thing to listen to someone describing how the world looked, where they have been today, and how you will find your way to this place again. There is food there, and there's something you should avoid there, and yeah, like maps maybe have played a big role in the history. But observing is one thing, and also the other thing I forgot to mention in my last vlog, or in my last ramble video about ASMR in general, was that many viewers have contacted me, and besides the benefits for ASMR being good for like anxiety relief, sleeping, insomnia, and problems with falling asleep, and helping them with depression and yeah, you know, things like that. One big thing is that I have heard many people mention is that it helps them study, focus on their studies. And the reason I forgot that perhaps is that I really can't relate to that myself, because I've never used ASMR videos for that purpose. But it's so interesting and good to know that many people actually get helped by ASMR videos for their studies. It's fantastic. Like if you can't concentrate enough, or yeah, maybe it's you can't concentrate in total silence. The silence somehow make you a bit stressed, or I mean, then you can hear your own thoughts. Maybe you don't, you can't escape from your own thoughts. But if you listen to something that you don't need to actually listen to or learn, just someone doing something, but then maybe it distracts you from your own thoughts, and you can focus on what you want to focus on. Also, very interesting, like benefits for what ASMR can be used for. And Rich also mentioned the tapping thing. What is it about tapping that so many enjoy listening to? And then I start to think about maybe it's just listening to someone, or that you can hear that someone is there, that someone is doing something, and this something can be almost anything, but of course it can't be an annoying sound. If you want to relax and fall asleep, it has to be something that doesn't disturb you, but you still want to hear it. And I think, I mean, this must be something from, also maybe evolved in the past of human evolution, that you, I mean, you don't want to be alone, you want to be connected with people, and if you are going to fall asleep and if you're gonna be relaxed and stop worrying and just let go of your thoughts and everything, maybe it's you want to hear that someone is there, that you're not left alone, and they can do just anything. They can maybe doing the dishes, or maybe working with something, crafts, repairing something, or I don't know, painting, pottering, just doing everyday things. And then you feel safe and secure, and you know you're not going to be left alone during the night. You're in a safe place. I guess that's the tapping thing. And then we have the soft spoken and whispering thing. Rich also mentioned like narrating a story, reading you stories, and that's also a big ASMR trigger and a sleep-inducing thing to listen to. And of course, also, I always start to think about the past and the Stone Age, how it was then, because I really think that ASMR derives from that time somehow. But of course, telling you stories could be very calming and also give you the feeling of being very secure and safe. And eating, like the mukbang genre. Also, that's a way of getting closer to a person, to step into their intimate personal space, like Rich mentioned. Because, I mean, that's what friends do. It's the first thing maybe new friends do. They say, hey, why don't you come over for dinner, or let's go out eating something together. So to watch someone eating maybe has that function somehow to humans. I think that's what I wanted to mention, my thoughts after watching Rich's blog about vlogs. It was so interesting. I really hope you will continue making these ramble videos. And I'll try to continue making ramble videos as well. I'm really not so comfortable turning the camera towards myself, but I just realized I'm more comfortable rambling while I draw. It's always been like that. I remember in school when I was going to talk about something in front of the classmates, then I always was drawing a lot on the blackboard just all the time as I talked, just drawing, explaining. Yeah. And also I think it's a way Um, we really wish to be intimate with people. That's really in the core of the human desire. I mean, we're social creatures or beings. That's what defines a human. So it's all about being social. And then for people, Rich mentioned this as well, and then for people who find it difficult to be socializing with others. Yeah, I forgot. I wanted to ask you something. Is there an English word for, because I've started to use a word that I don't know if it exists, but I think that describes what I want to describe. It's being sloth-brained. Sloth-brained, because I think I'm sloth-brained. And I think I'm inspired by the movie, what's it called in Swedish? It's Zootropolis, but I guess it's Zootopia, Disney movie. And in a scene there, it is the DMV workers are depicted as sloths. So they're really slow, and I just needed a word for being like I am like I feel I am. But all the words that I know are like negative, because I guess it's in our society it's quite negative to be dull, sluggish, lumpish, stupid, dumb, for example. But I wanted to find like it doesn't have to be positive, but at least neutral word for not being so fast, so quick. I mean, not getting jokes so fast, but still think and use your brain, but in like sloths do, and like the sloths do in this scene, in this movie. But do you know if there is an English word describing this in a neutral way? I would love to hear it. But until then, I'll use sloth brain. But for example, for sloth brain people that find it difficult sometimes to interact with people, because when it's a lot of people, and like for example in an office situation, you're sitting working, it can be so, everything can be so quick and fast, and you have to be alert and just get everything, and you know, all the jokes, and it's so much to think about. And I think ASMR videos can have a function for sloth brain people as well, that don't really enjoy socializing so much around many people. So then, but they still have this need for being close to people, and then it kind of, yeah, you know, shy people as well, introvert people, and it really fills this function of socializing and getting close to other people, and also, yeah, no cost for the viewer, like Rich said, an intimate one-way look, but no cost for the viewer. So you don't have to perform, and that's all that stress that disappears when you feel you don't have to perform. That's just what you need to relax and to rest. So that I also started to think a bit about that. But now I don't think I have anything more to say today. But it was nice to ramble a bit about this. Felt I needed to talk about it, and thank you so much for listening and watching. And talk to you soon.